Hi friends, welcome to my page DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Monday! Boy oh boy, it was a busy weekend. I'm sure you saw my pictures. Holy cow. I got it all done. Friday night I worked really late, and then Saturday all day till late. I got all the boxes packed. I posted pictures. Did you see your box there? Some of you got great big huge boxes. They're 24 by 18 by 12, and most of them are like 30 pounds, which is a little awkward with a box that big. You think 30 pounds isn't that much. Like if you were to lift a toddler that weighed 30 pounds, you probably wouldn't think it was, or like maybe a kindergartner that weighed 30 pounds, you probably wouldn't think it was that much. But when it's a box that's awkward, it's a little bit much. So when you get the packages, so UPS will deliver those big boxes, and some of you got 2 boxes. So if you had 2 boxes, I made sure they both went UPS so that you hopefully get them the same day. Hopefully, you never know. Things can be crazy. Anyways, you might have to open your box and unpack it on your front porch, instead of carrying the whole thing in. Don't hurt yourself. All right. So anyways, just my suggestion. If you don't have somebody strong to carry it in, or you can't scooch it across the floor, just do that. All right. I have a few things to show you guys. We're going to do these cute little bears. We're going to paint them. I had to do a sample last night because I needed to see how they're going to work out, because there's a lot of colors in there. Can you see? There's a lot of colors. So they're super cute. And I got my welcome, my Hello Winter snowman done. The window insert done. I got that done yesterday. I got 12 sets of these guys done. So I wanted to show you. If you haven't seen the windows before, they're really cool. So they call it a window because it looks like a window. This part comes out. There's a little notch inside there. It's thick. Okay, so the window part is thick. And then this slides out, and you just put the next one in. I have lots of seasonal inserts. I actually haven't added the picture of this, but it is in there under windows, I think. Hello, I'm having a hard time here. Let me just fix this. So yeah, it's either under windows or interchangeables. I'll find it for you. Anyways, our cute little bears, they are under the fall section. I'll give you that link. I'm going to put that down. And then I have something else fun to show you. How many of you guys have seen this fun trend that they're making with the ghosts? Have you seen this? You use the spackling stuff, you know, like that you use to like fill holes in the wall. Use that. It's the fast drying one. So I did this yesterday when I was going through all of my frames and all of my surfaces, finding stuff for sale. I found 3 of these. These are the Chocator Sylvies. And this surface is white. I sanded it down a little bit. Yeah, it's plasticky, but and then I just base coated it with zinc. So we'll do one of these this week. Isn't it so cute? So you just use pieces of cardboard to do that. And let me get you let's get a better look at this, because you just have to see this. Look how cute it is. So use pieces of cardboard and cut in like, has kind of like a rounded surface, or rounded shape. And you dip the cardboard into the spackling, and then you just pull it down. And then you do the next one. And then you do that. So you go across in a row. I kind of feel like I should have started further down. The next one I'll probably start further down or skip more, have it be different. And then once it's dry, like this is completely dry. It took probably 4 or 5 hours because it's thick for it to dry. I wanted mine to have texture. So I just set it out in the sunshine. Then I just took my stylus and I put the little eyes and mouths. What do you think? I think it's super cute. I think it's super cute. Okay. All right. Have you guys seen them? So supposedly they're really expensive at the store. Okay. And then here's the cute these little cutie pies. Aren't they just so sweet? Can't wait to make these. Anyways, hopefully you can see all this. All right, let me go to comments and let me get this shared to VIP group. You guys, if you haven't paid your invoice and you want your stuff to go out today, please pay. I only have one great big box that really needs to go today, so I don't have to make another trip to UPS. All the rest of them are smaller. They can go out with the postman. But I would love if everybody would finish paying. I have 10 people now that haven't paid out of a lot. I think there was only 87, but you guys purchased a lot. So I am trying to get this shared to VIP group, and I am having a hard time this morning finding it on my phone. So let me put myself in the corner. Darlie, go to the corner. There we go. All right. Hello. Let me find myself here. Share this to VIP group. What do you think of that cute little ghost picture? I think it's really cute. So we'll make one on here. I don't know when, but I have 2 more. I'd like to get them made for my next craft show because that would be so much fun. Okay. All right. Finally got it shared. Okay. I think we're good to go. We are good to go. All right. Hey, Laura, how are you? Good morning, Julie. Hi, Pam. Hi, Sherry. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Linda. Good morning, Cheryl. Hi, Lori. Thanks, Cheryl. I think they're really fun. Hey, Sandy. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to paint these. I need these somewhere here for inspiration. We're going to get those painted. Okay. The eyes are different than I normally do. Okay. So there's a few things different with this one. So and a lot of like sponging with the leaves. Okay, we need to put part of these up here. Those are the standers. Okay, let me move this. Let's bring in our board. How are you guys? What did you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? I did nothing fun, really. Cuddled with puppies. They enjoyed sleeping with me in the human dog bed, and then I did sleep in hubby's bed with them on, let's see, what night? Friday and Saturday. So just because they were being such a pain in the butt. Whoops, sorry for the noise. They really miss him when they're gone. When he's gone, not they. So he had a great time fishing. Met lots of nice people. I have stuff stuck to this. I need to clean my area here. There's stuff on the floor. My trash can overfloweth. Anybody else have that problem? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's bring all our things here. He had a great time fishing. He got 5 big fish. I had some for dinner last night. It was really good. I cooked it on the Traeger. Just put in foil, put salt and pepper and some salsa, salt, pepper, onion powder, and some salsa. And it was really good. Okay, let me just get this smaller here. Smaller. Okay. I think a little bit bigger. Okay. All right, there we go. Hi, Roxanne. How are you? Hi, Janine. Hey, Julie. Roxanne started moving your big amount of craft stash into your new workshop. Oh, yeah. Nice. It does take a long time, doesn't it? I'm telling you. I can't wait to get all of this organized in here. Someday it will be. But I have lots more room in here, my shelves. But I moved some more stuff in here. So, you know, I'm just reorganizing. I'm just getting things moved around so that I know where things are. Like I told you guys, you guys purchased a lot. It was a crazy sale. I sold 1,600 single items. Can you imagine? And I packed forever and ever. And I actually had to purchase boxes for the big stuff. I had some of the smaller boxes, but I did have to purchase probably about 50% of the boxes I had to purchase because I didn't have boxes that big. Craziness. Hi, Chris. How are you? Hi, Dawn. Good morning. We're getting our little bears ready to paint. I'm just getting all my pieces out here. There's a lot of pieces, and I'm not sorting them per color. I'm just kind of putting them up here, getting all the pieces out so that I can work on them. I have lots of leaves. Okay, so all of my leaves, maybe I'll put all of my leaves together. Yeah, good idea. Right there, those ones. Okay, perfect. So these are the bears. They're so cute. These are the fall bears. I'll get you the link for that because they're in the fall section. There's a lot of pieces though, a lot of pieces. And it's painted a little differently than we normally paint our stuff. There's a lot more detail. So kind of bear with me. All right. Does any of you guys live near Heber, Utah? Let me know. There was a person that was meeting their parents there to take their dog, babysit their dog for them. I read this morning. It was really sad. So yours is coming UPS. Yes, Lisa, it sure is. Yours is coming UPS. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Good morning. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Carol. So if anybody lives near Heber, Utah, or in Heber, Utah, there was a guy that was at the Walmart there getting his tires, get new tires put onto his vehicle, and he offered to help this family. So the family was moving across country, and they were she was meeting her parents in Heber, Utah at the Walmart. And they were running late. And the guy goes, oh, I'll babysit your dog until your parents get here. Well, the guy left. We don't know the story. Did the guy leave because he had an emergency and he couldn't wait any longer? Were the parents so late that, he wasn't going to wait around anymore? Does he just live in Heber, Utah? Anyways, the dog is missing. And it looks like a little black and white little Shih Tzu type, maybe part terrier, part Shih Tzu. The dog is missing. The parents got there to pick up the dog from the guy, and he wasn't there. So, anyways, I'm sure they probably have like a community page. I'm going to suggest that, but I was so sad. I was like, oh my gosh, I would just be heartbroken. And why didn't they didn't get the guy's phone number. They didn't get anything. I'm thinking that maybe Walmart has security cameras that they can go by. Okay, that was milk chocolate. So thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. Hi, Carol Ross. How are you? Carol, I am doing good. I am just a little exhausted. It was a long weekend. It really was. Okay, let's get the bears painted first, since we have a lot to do. So, sable brown. Why do I feel... Oh, you know what? There is a shadow on my sheet because of the bears. Maybe I need to move my bears over here, and I'll just have them next to me. I'll just have to keep looking next to me. Because there's a shadow right there. Where can I put them? I don't know. Maybe just to the side. Maybe to the side here. I'll take this down and I'll just, I don't know. Maybe like that. I'm like, there's like definite shadow there. Anyways, I'm so sad for the people but it was really, sometimes you just can't trust people. There we go. That's better. Why did they trust someone with their dog? Left their dog there. So anyways, if you have family or friends in Heber, Utah, let me know. I'm trying to help the people that lost their dog. Yeah. You really can't trust people like that. I don't understand why they would leave. I just don't get it. Anyways, why would you leave your dog with someone you didn't know? Anyways, some people are just very trusting, I guess. So anyways, that is I was sad. I was really sad for them. Cutest little dog. Now it's gone. So, but it really could be gone because the person couldn't wait longer. Okay, so we have to do, these are the hands. Got to figure out what do we do and what do we not do. These are hands. Okay, and then we have feet. So we have feet to do. We need to do, we don't have to do the shirt part because it's going to have the shirt over it, so we don't have to waste. Okay, this is all done because you can see the feet and the hands. Okay, so the inside of the ears is a different color. It just feels shadowy in here today. Why? Why does it feel shadowy? My lighting not as good? I'm not sure. Anyways. Let me know if you have any connections to Heber, Utah. I might have family there. I need to look that up. I need to ask my older sister. She knows all that stuff. Okay. Now the muzzles are a different color. The muzzles are, so this was sable brown. Okay. The muzzles are going to be out of burlap. Okay. So they're lighter. So burlap is the color of the muzzles. This was a little bit of a challenge last night doing it because I was like, okay, what color for this? What color for that? But that's why I decided to do it ahead of time. You never yeah, exactly. Lynn, yours will be in 2 boxes. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, you can't trust people. Right. There should be cameras, and also there should be a record in the tire department of the guy that came in, if they can get a description, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. So, Lynn, it'll be 2 boxes. Your order that has the cutouts, that's going to take me probably 2 days to cut. It was a lot. So the one order will come first. The order with all the kits that you purchased, that will come first. So I could hold it and have them go together, but they did not fit into one box. You have one big box with the other stuff. But I was able to do it post office. I would always rather, okay, this is light buttermilk. I would always rather do yours post office than UPS because I remember having an issue with UPS going to Canada because they open it and then they question things. It's like, no. So the post office, they don't have a problem. So anyways, yes, I was able to get all of that into one box. Okay, next, green. Oh, I don't have my green out here. I need medium Hauser green, please. Where are you? Okay, medium Hauser green. Okay, so the sweater and the hat are medium Hauser green, and the other hat also. So many people seeking to watch their dog while they're out of town. Yeah, you always think about that. You know what, Laura? I don't trust anybody with the dogs. Unfortunately, I see dogs disappear all the time. It's such a sad thing. You know, I don't trust people. We're going to try to have somebody start coming into our house at some point to get used to staying here. That would be the only way that I would do it. And they would not ever be allowed to take the dogs out for a walk because I don't trust. I mean, what if my dogs freak out because it's somebody new? And I do have a gate at the front, although Riley can jump the gate. So yeah, that doesn't always help. Doesn't always help. Okay, one of these leaves is actually green. It's this leaf right here. So this is medium Hauser green. Okay, this hat is green also. Okay, we're going to have to put second coats on everything, so don't worry. I'm going to be giving you the colors again. All right, let's do everything that is. Now, I picked marigold. Marigold is fine, or you can use deep ochre. Baby cams everywhere, exactly. And trackers and all of that. Yeah. Yep. So it's a crazy world. People sell animals all the time. You see it happen all the time. That's where I'm like, you know, the person probably does live in Heber that picked up the dog. So they do have a good chance at getting the dog bag. Marigold is the color here. I can't imagine somebody being on a trip and going and having all new tires put on their car. That would be highly unusual. Okay, let me see. There's a patch. This patch is yellow. Okay, and then we're going to start doing some of the leaves. And the leaves are kind of a variety of colors. So I'm going to put some yellow on them. We're going to be sponging them. It's kind of a process, but if I get some yellow on some of them, then I can do all the other colors over the top of it. Yeah, so I'm going to have orange and red in there. So let me get that. Okay, and then the noses are black. Let's get our noses black. And our pumpkins, we have a gourd. Oh, I need to get aloe out because I want to do the gourd and aloe. Where are you, aloe? There you are. Okay. See, it's a lot of colors. It's a lot. Your little Lucy goes in to get spayed and microchipped next week. Oh, Laura. I'm glad you're getting that done because just the fact that you're getting a dog spayed, that helps deter people from wanting to take it and breed it. Yeah, so that's a huge thing. You know, I mean, I truly believe that's what whoever kept Chloe thought, that they were going to be able to breed her. I really do think that that's what they thought because you couldn't see her scar. Okay, spiced pumpkin. We're gonna do this pumpkin and this pumpkin, and then we're gonna do some of the leaves when it comes time for the leaves. Okay, the stems are gonna be brown when I do the stems. This pumpkin and this pumpkin, yeah. Okay, and then the gourd is aloe. There's gonna be a lot of inking and shading and all of that. It's a big project. I'll need to plug in my glue gun. Probably should do that now so I don't forget. When I was resizing these, I didn't resize the tab at the bottom. I like to resize things so they're a little bit bigger. These weren't quite as tall. I like to just make my things a little bit bigger. I resize them so that they fit on the sheet of wood. Okay, aloe for this. Another one. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Your pups were rescues. One came from not so great situation. Yeah, so you're really protective. Exactly. I know. I'm that way too. I'm so protective over my dogs. I'll tell you. So it really saddened me to read that this morning. It was like not a great way to start the morning. I felt really sad for the people. Hopefully they'll be able to find their cute little pup. Hopefully. Okay, we need some red on here, some red leaves. We are going to do alizarin crimson. This little patch will be in that color also. So let me get that out here. Alizarin crimson. I like the deep red color for fall. Okay, and then let's do this leaf here. We are going to use sponges on some of this, so don't stress that leaf. And then what other? This is going to have some red on it. All of these are going to have some red, but let me get those other little sponges out. But this is kind of working. I'm just getting some. I kind of just went back and forth on my leaves because I was struggling with how do I do this? How do I do that? I actually used the little makeup sponges to do that. So let me grab those. I have them right here. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel. And I'm just going to fold it. And I have my paint right down here. Right down here. You can't see it. Hi, Jackie. How are you? So hope you guys all had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. I did not get to go and do everything that I wanted to. My granddaughter was cheering at her first high school football game. I did not get to go to that. So, darn. But, you know, sometimes you can't do everything, right? I mean, I try to do it all, but I also know that I cannot do it all. I can't. I try to, but okay, so I'm just going to be going back and forth on colors. So I'm going to put a little bit of the orange on here, and then I'll be going back and forth with all of that. We need to put our second coats on everything first. Okay, so, and I have one more sponge. I'm just using little makeup sponges. Get one with yellow. So get some yellow on there. And then, like I said, I just kept kind of working back and forth until I got the look that I wanted. I definitely want a lot more red on there. So, and then I'll stop for a minute and I'll work on my second coats. And then just kind of see how this looks, because when you ink these, they also look different. So that will help a lot too. Okay. Okay, let's stop with that. So I have all my sponges. Gonna set those to the side, and let's do our second coats of everything. Catch up to hear about, oh, your son with the heart infection was at home this weekend. He sounded weak, but hanging in there. Doing PICC line antibodies. Oh gosh, we're praying that will work. Hopefully he won't have to go back in. So Cheryl, hey Cheryl, my husband did catch a lot of fish. Yes. So almost got his limit. I think he could have got one more fish, which is great for this time of year. Okay, this is my milk chocolate. Just gonna put a little bit up here. The boat did really good compared to all the other boats that had gone out at the same time. So he got 160 pounds of fish processed. So that's a lot. We can't eat that much. One of our neighbors that he likes to go to their house and hang out. He shares the fish with them. They pay for half of the processing. But basically, he helps. You can't sell the fish, so he just helps with the processing, and he gives some fish. But you cannot sell when you go out. You have to have a commercial license to sell fish. So yeah, he's not selling it; he's giving it to him for helping with the processing fee. So, anyways, that's the way it works. Okay, yellow. That's marigold. Gonna do a second coat on all of the babies, all of the little bears. Yeah, that's a lot of fish, right? So I had some last night. It was so yummy, so easy to cook too. So if you have a barbecue or a Traeger, I took foil, and I made my own foil packet. They used to sell those foil packets. I don't know why they don't anymore. Maybe somebody got burned. I don't know, but they used to sell those foil packets, and you could just put the stuff in. I made my own. I just laid out 2 pieces of foil, and I folded it so that it made one big piece. Folded it together like folded the edge, and then I laid down my fish. I put salt, pepper, and some onion powder because I can't have a lot of other spices. And then I put salsa on top of that I can have. And then I folded it up, made it into like a little envelope basically. And then I put 2 more layers of foil over it to help contain the liquid, which was a smart idea because when I took it out, it was leaking the liquid. It was really good though. I baked it for 1 hour on the Traeger. So at 350. So I turned it to 350. I don't know if that's the correct amount, but I flipped it at 30 minutes. Okay, this is burlap. Okay, my green is my, oh, let's see, I picked up this one first. This is aloe. I still have to do all the stems of the pumpkins. I'll do that. Hauser medium green. I might need more to do that. Does he get to keep everything he catches? Yes, he does get to keep everything he catches. So unlike when he had his boat, he always felt like he had to give everybody like If he caught 6 fish and people on his boat that were fishing with him didn't catch any, he would give them fish. So when you're on a commercial fishing boat, they tag it with your number. So every time that you catch a fish, they put your number on it. I don't know if it's with a clip or if they have like a gun that they tag it with. Anyways, they tag it somehow. And yeah, they get to keep everything that they catch. So as long as they're not over their limit. If they're over their limit, they have to stop fishing. They don't keep fishing when they hit their limit. He might help other people, but they technically can't keep fishing, but he might help other people get a fish on a line. I don't know. But he really loves that. He really likes helping people. Okay, let's dry everything. Let's start putting some of our details on. There are a lot of details on these things. So I just want to make sure we have enough time. Your son used to go fishing off San Diego. Yeah. Oh, they split everything. Okay. Yeah, they don't do that. So maybe the people that he was going with. Anyways, yeah, they don't split it because everybody pays a lot. I think these kind of trips are like a couple of $1,000 for the trips. They're anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 for three days. It's really expensive. And then you have to pay to process your fish, and that's by pound. So however many pounds you catch, they charge you per pound. And it was done pretty quickly. The processing plant is really close. So they called him and he went down. It was probably, I don't know, before 1 o'clock. I picked him up around 8:30. Guys, I had to call 911 when I was driving. I was driving to pick him up down at the port area. And there was a guy that was walking in the middle of the freeway in the medium. And I'm like, that's not normal. I don't see any cars. It was so weird. Okay, I'm just gonna start sponging a little bit more on the leaves. I'm just gonna get a little bit here, a little bit there on my leaves of my colors. I don't feel like that had any paint on it. And some yellow. So anyways, I called 911 to let him know that, hey, there is a guy that's walking down the center of the freeway, and I don't see any cars that are broken down. Like, he was walking down the center. It was just so weird. It was just the weirdest thing. So hopefully he got some help. I don't know if he was having a mental crisis or what was going on, but that's not normal. It would be normal if you had broken down to be walking. Okay, I'm gonna put some on that. I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good on our leaf colors. So hopefully they were able to get him some help. Yeah. The lady said, oh, somebody has already reported that. The guy was wearing a purple, what is it? LA, what is a purple color? It's a sports. LA, not Dodge, no, I don't know. Anyways, a purple jersey. He's wearing a purple jersey. Okay, let's do some of the details. So I need to do the stems, and I also need to do the inside of the ears. I need to do cheekies and eyeballs and all of that. It's a lot. So let's see. Your son used to fish. Oh, let's see. Sometimes he'd be gone for 3 days. Yeah, thousands of dollars. Yeah, it is. It's very expensive. Okay, I'm going to move this for a minute. I need to get a new one in that's going to have other colors. So dark chocolate. Yeah, it can be very expensive. When my husband took people out, he just they just helped pay for gas and stuff like that. He was always really generous about that. All right, let's do this. Let's do inside of the ears. So there's this right here. Sometimes we might need to do 2 coats. Okay, can you guys see? And this right here, that's the inside of the ear. Okay. And then I have on the paw pads. So I'm going to do the main pad, and then the little toes, I'm going to use the end of the paintbrush to do that. I might have to pick up the pieces if it seems a little difficult. I'll do that. Okay, so my little ovals for the paw, for the toes. Okay. So I'm just doing the paw pads right now. So this is dark chocolate. You can use burnt umber. I think I used burnt umber on the other one. Dark chocolate, burnt umber, any of those darker colors. So there's a contrast. And then the stamps on the pumpkins are also going to be the same color. And then we'll dry all that. We'll do our eyes. So you do the eyes first with white. And then you do a black oval. So you do a white oval and then a black oval. Okay, there's that. Let me do the stem on. I'm trying not to touch my hand in there because you know I will. You know I'll make a mess. You know. All right. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do right here. So the other side is a little bit tricky. Like there's a leaf over this part of it, so you don't have to be so careful on this one. It's the part of his head, so you have to follow the line on the head. Okay, there's that. And then we have more. I think I had to put 2 coats of the brown. I think I did. So we'll see how it dries. Oh, let's see. Let's do the toes. So what do you guys have coming up this week? So I have my granddaughter's reception on Saturday, so I got to get a few things made for that. Not a lot. She's just doing a very small reception. It's just going to be family, which we don't have a lot of family here. I'm hoping my son will come over from, my son Kyle will come over from Arizona. I haven't seen the kiddos for a while. So that would be nice if he would come. I know his schedule is really busy with work, but I haven't seen them in a long time. It's been too long. Yeah, it's hard when they move out of state. I really dislike that because I got to see them quite often. You get used to it and then they're gone. I did that to my parents. I lived out of country. I lived in Japan for a while. Okay, let's see. Hey Vicky. Oh, you're back from feeding the critters. Yay. Sarah, he fished for bluefin. Yeah, they do fish for a lot of bluefin. Lakers, you're right. Cheryl, it was the Lakers. The guy was wearing a Lakers shirt. You are right about that. I was trying to think of what it was. It was a purple Lakers shirt, the guy that was walking down the freeway. I'm like, what was it? Okay, let's do the eyeballs. Okay, so I got my first coat on all of that. I got my stems on my pumpkin. Oh, one more pumpkin up here. One more pumpkin up at the top. Okay. What time is it? 7:30. We're doing good. It took me about an hour to do mine last night. I started a little bit late, so we still have some time. And plus I talk a lot on here. So, okay, I'm going to wipe off my paintbrush for a minute. I'm going to use my stylus to do the eyeballs. So they're an oval shape, and I need to do the white first, and then I do the black. So this is what they look like. That's what they're going to look like. See how the oval is? And then we'll do the black in it, and then we'll do some white dots. So there's a couple of steps with it. Okay, so stylus, and I'm going to do, and then we'll dry everything. So you're just doing the oval part first. I use a stylus. For me, that's what works the best, is using a stylus to do that shape. You have to dip it twice. There's not enough paint on there to do it one time. You gotta dip it twice. So my younger sister, Doris, and her son headed to Europe yesterday. Woohoo! So pray for their safety. I know Europe's kind of having some issues over there, but she's really smart about things, and I know that they'll be safe. But her and her son, Zach, they headed out for that, for a little trip. They did invite me, but it's hard for me to take time off this time of year. I'm taking time off for my Diva trip next month. That will be 3 days, and it's a surprise. I'll be going live from there. I'll be broadcasting and showing you guys where we're at once we get there. I get to go with some of the corporate staff. Yep, I can't tell you where yet. It's a secret, but I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, guys. Yep. I don't know what all we're going to do. I just know where we're going to. Just know where. It's in the U.S. I can tell you that. But that's my diva trip. It's kind of funny. I've never felt like a diva. I don't feel like a diva. Okay, let's dry this. You spent the weekend at a soccer tournament. Your girls won all 4 games and were tournament champions. Oh, how fun! That's so awesome. I love that. Oh my goodness. So crazy. How exciting. That's a lot of games to have to sit at, but boy, it is rewarding, isn't it? I just love that. I remember when my boys wrestled, it was an all-day thing at the tournament, and I helped at the tournament. I helped do paperwork, so it was so long. My husband would come if my boys were in the finals, and he would come. He wasn't always able to come because he worked a lot of Saturdays, so he would be done working at the end. And if the tournament was in town, then he would come. We had a lot of tournaments that were down in the Imperial Valley, which is like you're heading towards Yuma in that area. Okay, these pop pads are going to take a while to dry. My main concern is the eyeballs because I need to get the black part in them. So I'm just trying to go back and forth and not make it bubble up. I want to do the black part and not have it be white, have the white come through. Okay, I think we're good. I think we might be good to go. Let's do it one more time. Okay, squish it back down. Sometimes it bubbles up. Okay, all right, let's do the black part. Work and your daughter's wisdom teeth on Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's going to be exciting, huh? I bet she's going to be glad to get it done. Oh, I forgot to do the stem on that. Darlene. Okay, let me go back. We have to do second coats on stuff. Okay, so second coats on some of the, like the stems on the pumpkins. I forgot I didn't do my stem on my gourd. Oh my gourd. Oh my gourd. Okay, let me look at these. These look okay. This one pop pad is a little bit showing through. All the other stuff looks good, except for my stems. So my stems, I'll put a second coat, and then we'll do the black in the eyeballs. Yep, that looks good. Okay, all right, so black in the eyeballs. So basically it's like an oval again. Um, just smaller. It doesn't take up the whole thing. Okay, so you're just kind of drawing it with your stylus. Did you hear my stomach go grrr? Sorry, guys. You might have to dip it twice to get enough paint there. Get that shape. And then we're gonna put two little white dots. Okay, so I'm just drawing these in with the stylus. That's what works for me. If you do better with the little tiny brush, then use a brush or the end of a paintbrush. The stylus works great for me. I have 6 more sets of these to paint. Can you believe it? 6 more sets. I cut out a lot. I might have 7 more sets. I don't know. I did a whole bunch. I just think they're so cute. I don't know if I'll get them all done before my next craft show. I do want to try to do some more window inserts. I want to create a few of my own. And I know she's working on some new ones. Okay. All right, I see some comments coming up. Good on your end. Is it frozen? Oh, not frozen. I see my hand. It must be you, Sarah. Thank you. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, let's try that. We got to do the little dots. We need to do cheekies. Oh, let's do cheekies because then we can do those dots too. Okay, so cheekies. We're going to use our vintage pink. Yeah, that way we can dry that. We can do the dot in the cheeks. Okay, I'm going to get my little spongy brush and get a paper towel. So you're going to get off as much as you can. And then we're going to do our cheeks. Okay, so I should have got off more than that. I'm going to take off a little bit more. Okay, so cheekies are just right here. And I want it to kind of be big. I should have used a bigger. I wish they had these in different sizes. Okay. We'll dry it and then we can do our white. Oh, why did my thing, am I not live anymore? This is weird because on my end, on my phone, it clicked off. There must have been a little glitch or something. It went to the first, it's not on my, okay, there, now I'm caught back up. It went to the first where I was showing the ghost picture. Let me show you the ghost picture again really quick. Did you guys, some of you saw it, but this is like trending. This is trending. The ghosts. We'll make one. I found 3 of these frames and I'm like, what can I do with those? I don't want to sell them. So I painted the back with zinc and then this is that spackling stuff and you use little cardboard shapes. Cute, huh? Okay, anyways, keep going. Let's dry this and let's do our little white highlights. We need to, whoops. There goes my little sign. Dry, we need little white highlights in the eyes. And highlights on the cheekies. A truck or trash or something out there. Probably a delivery truck. Somebody getting something. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Let's do our white dots. Use our stylus. Okay. I'm going to use the end of it and do my eyes. I'm going to, how do I do that? Okay. A big dot and then a little dot. A big dot and a little dot. Whoops. That one's kind of together. It's okay. It is what it is. I think I'll use the other end on this one. Okay, so big dot, little dot. I might have to go over that eyeball. big dot, little dot. Okay, and then the big N for the cheeky cheekies. Okay, yeah, I might not be happy with that eyeball. I'll fix it really quick. Big N or small N, little. Okay, all right, same with that. Kind of messed it up, so let me show you how to fix that. We're just gonna have to do the black again and go back over. I have 2 to fix, you guys. Yeah, so we'll do one. I'll show you guys how to make them. All I did was I cut the pieces of cardboard. I watched people make them, and then I cut the cardboard. I feel like my dots are too big in the eyes, you guys. I feel like I need to redo the eyes completely. My dots are too big. Yeah. Let's redo the eyes. Sorry. I think I have a smaller stylus up here somewhere. Do I have a smaller stylus? I don't know. Oh yeah. So here's a smaller stylus. The eyes are not the way I want them to be. So we're gonna. Sorry guys. Everything is fixable. So we're gonna go back over these. Gonna have layers on the eyeballs. Yeah, it just doesn't look right to me. It's okay. You know what? I always say don't sweat the small stuff, but this just they don't look right. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna do it black again, and I'm gonna use a smaller stylus. There are different size styluses, and that one, the one I used on there, the dots were just too big for his eyeballs. So we're gonna have a take 2. And then we'll be inking everything. So next step is to ink everything. All right, let's dry this, and we're gonna use this teeny tiny stylus to do it. So, okay, so let me bring this back up. So what I did on here while I'm drying this, I painted my background with the color zinc paint, acrylic paint, painted it with paint, and then I took cardboard and I cut pieces that were rounded on the end, and I dipped them into the spackling. It's the fast drying spackling that you cover holes in your wall with. And then you just kind of go down. So we'll do it sometime. I'm not sure if we'll do it this week or next week. Okay, let me just. Okay, looks good. Let's try this. Let's have a take 2. It just didn't look right. I rarely fix things like that, you guys. I usually go whatever, but it just didn't look right for me. Okay, I'm gonna take the smaller stylus. Okay, this one's smaller, and I'm going to do my little dots. Okay, so this is our goal. It needs to look like that. Okay, so like that. So that's our goal. Don't jump, bear. Okay, so we have a small one and a smaller one. Perfect. Small one, smaller one. Small one, smaller one. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that I redid. I'm a lot more happy with the way it's turning out. Okay. All right. Okay. We're done. We're done with that. We actually do need to do the noses. Okay. So the nose is going to have one of the swooshes. And so we'll dry all those things. Yeah, the nose has a little swoosh on it. I just use the stylus. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's dry all of those things, and then we're going to pull everything off the board, and we'll ink it. So the spackling is in a can. Like that. You can get it from Home Depot. You can get it from Amazon. I bought mine in a little tub from Amazon. It's like a plastic container. But yeah, we'll make one. I'll show you how to do it. But then it has to dry before you do the eyeballs. So what I'll do is I'll do one, let it dry. So so we can do the eyeballs together. And then I'll do one, and you can watch, and then that one will have to just dry on its own. But I'll do one ahead of time so that we can do the eyeballs in it. Okay, all right, it is time to ink everything. So I did bring in a new pen. I do need to do the mouth with the pen. The lines are there. All you have to do is follow it. And then eyelashes. So the eyelashes are not on there. I'm just doing eyelashes at the bottom. And then there are eyebrows. I'm going to fill in the eyebrows. This one's the only one that has eyebrows. So I'll fill that in. Okay. All right, that's the only line work. Okay. Now I'm going to take it off, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bear. Build a bear. I am going to build my bear. And I'm going to take it off, and we'll do all of our little inking. So you want to make sure that you have all of your colors right. Oh, I didn't do polka dots on that. That's okay. So your little patch, we can do polka dots and let it dry while we're doing everything. Okay, so looking good. They're looking cute. I do this because I want to make sure that I got all my colors right, because you never know. It's easy to mess. Oh, I forgot the mouth on that one. I missed these two mouths. Guys, you didn't tell me. 1, 2. Okay. Just using the little Identa pens. Those work great. Sharpie works good. I like the Identa pen because it has a small and a large. It's called Identa pen. You missed the white on the nose. Let's see. Okay, you think I missed the white on the nose on one of my samples? Oh, I did. You're so right. Thank you. I did. Okay. I can do that right now. Thank you for telling me. You're right. Okay. There we go. See? It was late last night. It was late when I was when I was hanging up the towel and done with my project. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. It happens to me all the time. I'm like, sometimes I'll be at a craft show and I'll look over and I'll go, what the heck, Darlene? Yeah, missed that. Any of you ever do that at a craft show and you go, what was I thinking? Because I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I've had some funny goop ups. One of my ornaments, you know, it has the sayings at the top and the bottom. I don't remember what it was, but for example, if it was glory to God in the highest, it was the angel one last year. And I actually put the same saying twice on the top and twice like the top and the bottom were the same saying, instead of the top different and the bottom different. Okay, I'm going to pull these off of here, and then I'm going to move my board. Got these. I can't push my board up. I usually push it up, but I have stuff up there, so I've got to move these first. Try to keep all my pieces on it. I'm going to slide the board towards myself. Normally I would do it the other way, but I don't want to push my bears off the edge. Okay, get this out of the way. I get them on Amazon. So the pens I get on Amazon also. Identa. I-D-E-N-T-I. Identa pen. Yeah, get those on Amazon. Okay, let me move the bears over there so that... you see those projects, but how do you do with spackling? Oh yeah, you just dip it. You just dip so with the spackling, you just dip the piece of cardboard in there like you're taking a scoop, and then you just press it down. I'll have to show you. If you were to Google spackled ghost. You might be able to find it on Pinterest. But I saw somebody do it on a reel or something like that, and I was like, oh, I could do that. Although I kind of did have a Pinterest fail on my little ghost that I got the cheesecloth to do, and you dip it in the glue. I don't feel like they turned out good. I think I might be trashing them. I always say don't throw things away, but they kind of didn't turn out. I mean, they kind of really didn't turn out. It's not just they didn't turn out, but I just think they didn't turn out at all. Okay, just inking all my edges. I'm going to grab a Q-tip so I can do the edges that are not accessible by this ink pad. Like I can't do the center parts. There's a Q-tip. Okay, so dip it onto the ink pad and then just kind of pull it down. I think this one might have had glue on it. Kind of feels like it had glue. Let me get a fresh thing. Okay. Amazon has a lot of that stuff. I ordered all the cheesecloth and the glue bottles, all of that on Amazon. So I had it all ready here. When I was up at my cabin, I sat there and I watched lots of tutorials. I love to watch other people's craft tutorials. I know it's kind of weird, but oh, guess what? So I need to do the chest area. I did not finish everything, guys, because the chest area needs to be done. So let me do that. So burlap. So I just need on this one and on this one, the chest area. So let me go back and do that. Yep. See? Sometimes I'm putting it together and I realize that, oh, I didn't do everything. Yeah, this chest area is, like the center part is burlap. And very, very little of this part shows. Over here on this one is just barely, it's not the entire thing because the pumpkin is there. So you don't have to go down too far. Let me just smooth this out. Isn't that funny? I was like, wait a second. I skipped a step. Okay, let me dry that. Yeah, you know. Okay. All right, so my postman might hate me today. But more than half of the boxes are going to UPS. There's so many big boxes this time. So if y'all can, if you haven't paid yet, I would love if you could pay so we can get all of them out at one time. There's a few in there that haven't paid yet. Okay. All right, let's keep going. See, I noticed it because this part here is supposed to be inked. That's why I was like, wait a second. It's not the right color there. Okay. All right, so I got my pumpkin. Okay, these guys are all done. I inked all of that. We can glue this first one together. Let me grab my glue. All right. I know some of you guys have to wait. If you've already told me that you have to wait until a certain date, don't stress. I'm not talking to you, but the other people that haven't had a chance to look at their invoice, please do. I have everything boxed up. It's all ready to go. Even the people that haven't paid yet, your box is ready. I just need to slap the shipping label on it and put it out there for the postman or take it to the UPS store. My husband's going to help me do that. He has today off. So he was fishing, and he's like, I'm just going to take a few days off. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to go to the doctor, and I'm going to take Monday off because he has to fast. It's one of those fasting ones. So anyways, he's going to help me. It's a lot. Well, and to keep going in and out. So we don't have a good parking lot where the UPS store is. It's not a great area for me. If I can't park right in front and I have to haul all of them, I think I'm going to actually take my big metal cart from my craft show and get all of my stuff loaded up on that because it'll be easier. Yep. All right. Yeah, all these are so cute. I love fall. I love fall most of all. No, I actually love Christmas most, but isn't that cute? Okay, so that one is done. That one's ready to set to the side. We'll let it set, let it dry. Okay. All right, next. So it's just, just one at a time. That's all you do. Just one little bear at a time. Get around the outside. You can shade with if you're a tool painter, you want to shade with your brush, you can definitely do that. You don't have to do it the way that I'm doing it. I'm kind of cheating. I'm kind of cheating with this. Using my ink. I know. Okay, get the belly. And then it's hard to get the ink pad down here where the foot is. So there's the feeties right here. Okay. All right, got that. Okay, next. Got my scarf. I'll do the details on that. The sweater has some details too. Okay, so the sweater has some line work. So let's do the sweater and the scarf at the same time. There is line work there. You know what? These Q-tips, sometimes the Q-tips aren't as pointy as they should be. There's little lines here. Okay. And then, there's a scarf that goes at the top, so don't worry about doing the top part. There's little lines there. And then the scarf, how does that go? Oh, let me look at my sample. Okay, it goes down. I actually used my ink to do the little zigzags on the scarf. You can use paint. There's little zigzags. I just used my Q-tip and I did all the little zigzags. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I'll show you what I mean. I just used my ink pad and just did like little zigzags. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Okay, we're almost done. I think they're really cute. I love the bears. There's so much more for me to do. I am gonna run out of time before the next craft show. I just know it because I have so much on my plate. And then after that, the next craft show is mine. So I'll have a month in between, which is good. So I'll have a month to make more. I didn't overbook myself for fall. I normally would have a couple more craft shows in there. I decided that I'm not going to overbook myself. I had other options to do more craft shows, and I'm just choosing I'm going to do what I can do, I feel like it's very stressful when I have too many things going on. I have a lot of things that I'm responsible for, so that's enough. I didn't want to add in any more personal craft shows that I have to go and set up at. I just decided that I just can't it's hard for me, you know. I can, oops, guess what? I didn't do the lines on that. I'll do it in a second. Can only do so much, right? I just have a lot of responsibility at shows to begin with, the ones that I'm in charge of. So doing other shows is hard for me to commit to do that. Oh, guess what? I think that that's the wrong leaf. Is that the wrong leaf? Why am I feeling like, oh no, it's right. Okay, so it's because part of the foot shows right there. Okay, I need to do my lines on my pumpkin. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just doing fewer and fewer craft shows. I had a really favorite craft show that I used to do in Alpine in September, and the person that ran it, she retired, and the person that took over, it's been difficult. So, oh, you know what? I need to glue these together. Let's glue these together. Let's do that. Oh, hubby's up, so it might get noisy out there. I hear the doggies. What time is it? 8:02. Okay, I need to be done soon. Oops. Yeah. So I'm not doing that show anymore, and that used to be one of my big shows. It's always sad when a show just kind of goes away if you're used to doing it. Is one I used to be on the front porch of the women's club in Alpine, and I used to love sitting out there, and it felt like fall. Sometimes it'd be too hot, sometimes it would rain on me. In the spring it almost always would rain, but I'd sit out there and I used to personalize. I loved that. So I still do a craft show there at that same place, but it's with a different person, and it's in November. But yeah, I'm always sad when some of them go away. And it's not always that they go away if they get purchased by somebody and then that person isn't doing a great job at running it. Sorry to say that. I don't like to talk bad about anybody, but she really didn't know what she was doing, and the person that sold it tried to mentor her, and she wasn't willing to accept help. I'm like, I need all the help I can get when I'm learning something new. Doesn't everybody else? I don't know. But yeah, the transition did not go smoothly. So I'm sticking with what I got. I have a show coming up. I set up on which day? Today's the 25th. Next week on Thursday, I set up for the next craft show. So I have a week and a few days to get more stuff done. So Saturday, we have my granddaughter's reception. So I'll go back and I'll do the polka dots on this later. There are little polka dots on that patch. They're orange. But I can do that later. So the reception is just at my daughter's house. So that's kind of nice to not really have to go anywhere fancy. I'll dress up, but it's not like black tie. It's kind of nice to not have to do that and not have to travel far. It's 5 minutes from my house. Gotta love it. Okay, just a little bit more, and then we're going to glue these guys together. They'll be standing soon. They'll be outstanding. Get our lines on our pumpkins. Okay, I'm just using the Q-tip to do that. Do a little bit lighter on here. Yeah, this is my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, Haley, that got married, and this is her reception. It's just small, just family. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, time to glue it all together. We are done with all of our lines as far as I know. We'll see, because you know sometimes I start gluing and then I remember something. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of glue in the places that we can see that are scored. Okay, almost put it in the wrong place. You know I would do that. Okay, my little bear. You're so cute. All right. That goes there. And then your feeties. Isn't this so cute? So this is new. I'll give you the link in a second. I didn't give you the link yet, so I need to. It's in the fall section. Now, remember, if you're a VIP person, make sure you use your discount code. You definitely want to do that. It's hard for me to add it later. It actually won't let you add it. Yeah, it's kind of creative way when I have to do that. So make sure you don't forget, please. Por favor. All right. We're almost there. With the hands. All right. Look how cute. Super cute, guys. I love it. It's adorable. Okay, I should do the dots right now because I'll forget. So let me do the polka dots. Let me do the polka dots on this, and then I can just dry it really quick. I'm just using the stylus. Okay, all right. Let me dry that really quick, and then we'll put them all together. Thanks, guys. I think they're really cute. Going closer for you guys. Okay, let's try. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, let's glue the bases on. Okay, let's do that one last because I just glued that. All right, make sure everything is right. A little bit of glue right here. I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. That's going to help me. I got to fix the bottom part because it's not as long as I'd like it to be. Goes into the little base. And then I hot glue the back to help it stand and to help it stay and all of that. So I have my glue gun plugged in. I have another glue stick. All right, need that right now. I had to order glue sticks. I'm out in the other room. I was like at the bottom of my stack. And the good thing is with glue sticks, I think they already came today. There was a package out there waiting for me. They're really fast about those things. Okay. Thanks, Betty. I know, aren't they so cute? I love them. Okay, there's that. And then got this. Okay, stand. So I fixed the bottom of them so that when I cut them for you guys, they'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna find you. Let me find you the link for these bears. They are right here. I'm gonna give you that link. I was giving that a second to dry. Okay, copy. Okay. You put that back. Paste. Okay. There you go. So, oh, thank you, Marilyn. It's okay. You were a little busy, huh? Okay. Sorry, I saw a message, somebody about a job again. I'm like, I am not interested in a job. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way so that when I put you up to myself, these guys are all standing. Okay, there we go. Okay. Put it into the stand. His nose is a little crooked. There we go. I got it fixed. All right. I put hot glue on here to hold it forever, and so that stand doesn't get detached. That's just what works for me. If you want your stands to be separate, that's fine. But problem is, what if you lose one of the stands? Or you don't know which one goes with which? That's what I think that, It's better. Okay, so I have those and I have the ones that I made. They should be identical. Let me just put all my bears here and bring back, oops, stay. Bring this back. All right, so we have a whole collection of bears. We got 6 of them. All right. There you go, guys. How's that? Look how cute. Lots of bears. They're so cute. And if you missed it, here's my, I just got this painted. The Hello Winter window sign. So I just painted 12 of these for the craft show. Thanks, guys. All right, well, that's it. I'm gonna go clean up my brushes and get my day started for work. All right, love you guys.